Hello everyone, and welcome to my Days of Our Lives official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Sarah finds Victoria's fever. Holly kisses Tate. Chanel's most exceedingly awful apprehension. Days of Our Lives and uncover that New Year's Eve will start off in Salem, so search for the majority of the town's occupants to go to the bistro. That is where a major slam will start off to praise the finish of one year and the start of another. DOL fans realize Tate Dark proposed going to this party with Holly Jonas, so that is for sure where they're going on their second endeavor at a genuine first date. Days say Holly will have a narrow escape with Nicole Walker DiMera, who'll almost get her girl with a mysterious pill stash. In any case, Holly will figure out how to hide them eventually and try not to cause alert. When Tate shows up to get Holly, he'll spout over how astounding she looks. From that point, Days spoilers say Holly will take an amazing action when she kisses Tate before the date really even begins. Holly won't have any desire to go through the entire night agonizing over how that 12 p.m. kiss could go, so she'll feel free to establish one on Tate without skipping a beat. Since Tate will probably appreciate it, he shouldn't have any grumblings. Sadly, Holly will take a portion of those pills and put herself in a hazardous circumstance. It diverts out there from a terrible bunch that Clyde Weston's pushing, so Holly will follow through on the cost soon. Done with Chanel Dupree, she'll give Johnny DiMera reports on Paulina Value's biopsy results and stress that her mother could have disease. The possibility of losing Paulina is Chanel's most awful apprehension, so she'll open up to Johnny about that. Naturally, Kayla Johnson insisted that additional tests were required, so Johnny may advise Chanel not to draw any conclusions and panic her yet. Johnny might reassure Chanel that Paulina is capable of solving any issue that comes her way, even if the follow-up results reveal that the lump is cancerous. According to other Days spoilers, Leo Stark will propose to Chad DiMera to rehire Lady Whistleblower and reinstate the extremely popular column. A piece of Chad might need to close Leo down hard, yet one more piece of him might understand they could utilize the additional eyeballs at the Observer. Sarah Horton will make a troubling discovery at the residence of Xander Cook while Chad decides on Leo's status at the newspaper. Sarah will acknowledge Victoria Cook has a fever, so news will convince her to remain the night with Xander and assist with dealing with their child young lady. Days of Our Lives spoilers say Xander and Sarah will film nearer all the while. Tate's 9/11 Holly frightfulness. Xander's move-in offer for Sarah. Sloane's obligation emergency. Days of Our Lives uncover that Holly Jonas will take a few spoiled pills that leave what is happening. After the party on New Year's Eve, Tate Black will call for help after finding Holly unresponsive. At the point when Nicole Walker DiMera gets refreshes on Holly's difficulty, she'll be a bundle of nerves. Nicole's as of now been managing the deficiency of her child kid, so the prospect of losing Holly also will be absolutely agonizing. While Holly's managing this clinic emergency, she'll get a few unique guests. Days spoilers hint that grandmother Maggie Horton, Suzanne Rogers, will show her help for Holly and trust that she won't join Daniel Jonas, Sean Christian, in the great beyond. Eric Brady will likewise show up for Nicole during all the mayhem, so Days spoilers say they'll embrace right as EJ DiMera strolls in on them together. Meanwhile, Sloane Peterson Brady will confront more Leo unmistakable issues. Leo will pile up a lot of costs and anticipate that Sloane should take care of the bill, so she'll need to manage the wreck. With respect to Ava Vitale and Stefan DiMera, they'll both land under a microscope. DOL spoilers say Harris Michaels will have inquiries concerning Holly's medication use and attempt to interface a few specs with respect to the bistro. Trip Johnson will likewise put Ava through a barbecuing meeting and request replies about whether she's messed up in the medication business. Will Ava tell the truth about Clyde Weston's threats and the predicament he put her in, or will she invent a reason to throw Trip off the trail? Teresa Donovan will stifle her pride and stand up for her son when Alex Kyriakis informs her that Tate may have been a factor in Holly's drug use. Be that as it may, the police will examine Tate and in the long run capture him. It appears as though Tate might mean well as he attempts to twist reality for the good of Holly, yet he'll make a significantly greater wreck all the while. Tate's emergency will leave Brady hopeless and needing direction, so John Dark will control Brady down the right nurturing way. Different Days spoilers say EJ DiMera will get into a furious face-off with Stefan since his stepdaughter's life will be on the line. EJ might fault Stefan for allowing Holly to get her hands on a portion of Clyde's terrible item. Then, Chad DiMera and Julie Williams will have a self-contradicting discussion about adoration, misfortune, and continuing on. Done with Johnny DiMera and Chanel Dupree, they'll be in their little room bubble in the wake of making love the entire night on New Year's Eve. Chanel and Johnny won't have a clue about the horrendous news about Holly yet, so that could allow Johnny an opportunity to see about getting hitched, since we realize another proposition to be engaged's not far off. At last, Xander Cook will push Sarah Horton to move in with him so they don't need to continue to pass Victor Horton Cook to and fro. It seems to be Sarah will take Xander up on the deal, so this will allow their sentiment an opportunity to sprout under one rooftop, as well. Days of Our Lives spoilers say Xander, Sarah and Victoria's family will thrive. Sloane Peterson admits after Holly Jonas health-related crisis. Days of Our Lives demonstrate that the show is set to detonate the 7-day stretch of January 1st. Seems to be New Year's Eve plans will turn out badly, and Holly Jonas will wind up in the clinic managing a health-related crisis. Days of Our Lives features. As Nicole Walker DiMera just confronted a misfortune with her infant child, not actually, yet she accepts so, the mother will be carrying on with a bad dream as she watches her lone kid battle for her life. What is going on at some point leads Sloane Peterson to approach and come clean. Days of Our Lives Sloane Peterson admits after Holly Jonas health-related crisis. Days of Our Lives Sloane Peterson's blameworthy was washed away in view of Holly Jonas. Days spoilers propose one significant explanation. Sloane hasn't felt excessively remorseful about grabbing child Jude from Nicole and having her accept her baby was dead, was a direct result of Holly. Sloane, who had never had a child, truly believed that because Holly was present, there was no need to feel bad about stealing Nicole's baby, despite the fact that the majority of parents are aware that the grief associated with child loss does not go away when you still have one or more children who are alive. Days, the unexpected development nobody saw coming. Days spoilers hint that Holly would land in the medical clinic the principal 7-day stretch of 2024 due to an excess. This will have Nicole faltering and stressed over losing her little girl. Additionally, envision the incongruity of losing 2 children not long after one another. While Holly will presumably turn out to be alright, the pressure could have Ms. Walker DiMera anxious. In addition, it likewise appears as though she and Eric Brady, Greg Vaughn, will bond as Holly battles in the medical clinic. Even though he was only her stepdad, Eric has been her only real father, and he loves the girl like she were his own. However, it's possible that Holly will also need a stem cell or bone marrow transplant to recover. Maybe she can get this from a family member. Knowing the seriousness of the circumstance, might Sloane at any point choose to step advance? Regardless of the transplant, it's possible that she even comes forward in advance out of pure guilt regarding Nicole's situation. Considering Holly's health-related crisis, will Sloane approach with reality? Remark in the part underneath.